representing the legendary Al Davis. And the team's will to just win, baby. The torch is lit before every game inside of Allegiant Stadium, as these fans hope it indeed drives their Raiders to victory in Vegas. For some, the final chapter of the season. For others, a final week before the playoffs. And we're off in Week 18. This makes it up to the 25. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. And we'll get a chance to see someone still in the early stages of their career, this third-year QB.
If there's such thing as perfection in the NFL for a quarterback, well, he pretty much achieved it last week. QB rating through the roof. No mistakes, 6 touchdowns. Just a phenomenal day. Hard to replicate. But the consistency and the confidence that can come out of that should endure it.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
First and 10 at the 49.
First down, play action. Going deep here for the end zone. He's going to score. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders take a 6-0 lead right away. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. Little tacks on the extra point. And the Raiders will jump out to a 7-0 lead.
Raiders 7, Chargers nothing. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Has this at the 6. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. So now we'll get a look at the other offense as the Chargers take the field. They'll be led out by someone known for putting up numbers since he entered the league back in 2020, the Oregon product, Justin Herbert.
The biggest mistake you can make here is letting his offense get suckered into trying and matching the pace while the opposition just set.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the drive begins with a rough first step there. That's going to bring up second down.
A loss of 7 yards. It's second down.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Completed over the middle. And he'll go down after fighting his way to the 32. To the line, here's 3rd and 3.
A gain of 14 yards. Brings up 3rd down.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Complete beyond the marker. He'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43.
First down.
Offense getting set. Here's 1st and 10.
At the 43-yard line.
And he's caught. It's Travis Hunter. And he's tackled after getting this to the opposing 46. Bringing the offense up to the line. 1st and 10.
That's another Chargers first
They'll
down.
run here with Amarion Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play. Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9.
1-yard gain. Brings up second
On the
and
play
9.
fake, it's Herbert.
At the 46-yard line.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find a throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. 3rd down coming up. 3rd and long. They're going to throw. Escapes the pocket. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line.
It's a gain of
He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Another Chargers first down.
Working inside the red zone.
18-yard line.
Throw is caught. And for the moment, that's going to be a touchdown. Whether it will stand, though, well, that depends on the call on this flag. Fighting all he could to keep his quarterback upright, but crossed the line there. That earns the holding penalty. Now Herbert to throw. Going with a screen to Hampton. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Complete to
Break the huddle. It's 2nd down now.
a 5-yard gain. Brings up second down.
To throw, Herbert.
23-yard line.
Dumps it off to his running back. Now all over that screen. Brock didn't even get back to the line of scrimmage. Not an enviable spot as they come up. 3rd and long.
8-yard line.
3rd and long for him here. Brought in close to It'll be first and goal. Stop is made at the 5-yard line.
It's a gain of 22 yards. And the Chargers first down.
Hampton gets it out of his own read. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. Second and goal coming up.
A loss of 2.
Situational football. Looking at first and goal, these defenses know what's coming at them. More often than not, a run play. It really is better to throw the ball unless you...
And down he goes. Raiders got him. And quickly, their chances at the end zone are running out, Brock. It's third and goal.
A loss of 7 yards. It's third down and goal.
Here he goes, third and long. And he's going to have the Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. Now the PAT try coming up. His kick is good, for the moment at least, as we got a flag down on the field. I think they're going to get him for hitting the kicker. So they got him for roughing the kicker. They're going to put that penalty yardage on the spot of the ensuing kickoff. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. And he just sends this out and over the end zone, so no threat of a return. They're going to spot the ball up at the 35 to begin this drive. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up first and 10. The first carry here for Ashton Genty. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short. And just a yard shy of midfield. First and 10.
And the Raider first down.
Shotgun snap. They'll throw. He's going deep this time. And they took their shots, but unsuccessful on that first down throw. Swatted away by the defense. After the incompletion, they come up on second and 10.
On the coverage.
They give up the guns. It's Genty. He did well to shake off one tackle partner, but the next one got him. He's going to lose yards.
That's got to be so frustrating for the runner. You're fighting the good fight. He even ripped through a tackle to stay afloat, but the blocking can't buy you enough time or room to even get back to the line of scrimmage.
Gets everything he has under this one. So the heave knocked away from the intended targets. That brings up fourth down.
You know, I say this all the time. You get down there to the red zone, and things happen so fast. Those windows close in a hurry. Quarterback's fortunate that was one hand and not two hands that got on the football.
He goes right corner pocket there, but does get it to go through from deep. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
You know he was lobbying for his chance to try that kick, and look at what he was able to do. That is a new record. The longest kick ever made on an NFL field, and it really took perfection, Kate, across the board. The snap, the hold, and he hit that ball perfectly to break the record.
The Chargers are being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And he's kept up the pace all season long. To the point, look, he's in the top 5 across the NFL in passing. Has him on the quick hitter. And he'll have it up to about the 23-yard line on the play. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down.
At the 23-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. Space pass to 35. And he's going to be taken down here after he takes it to the 45. Coming to the line, this is first and 10.
And the Chargers first down.
Hampton gets it from the pistol. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. First down from the 42.
That's another Chargers first
Throwing
down.
now, Herbert. Downfield, and he has McConkey. And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line.
A gain of 27 more yards.
Running it with Hampton. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be first and goal.
12 more yards. That's another Chargers first down.
Herbert, quick out wide, complete. And he maybe got back to the line there, but no further. Ball still at the 3 as they get set for second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
Herbert. And this is going to be good for a Los Angeles touchdown. The Chargers take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
14, Raiders 10.
The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. He's stopped on the run back at the 27. The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Raiders just about ready for this one. It's 1st and 10. They'll go play action. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete. They'll try something else from the 27 this time. 2nd and 10.
Now 2nd and 10.
They're throwing it. Taken in by Harrison. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. 1st and 10 now from the 46. He's going to throw this one. That's taken in nicely by Brock Bowers. And they're going to bring him down at the 36. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's a Vegas 1st down. Now he'll throw off the play fake. Throwing all the way to the end zone here. And he scores. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders with a slim 2-point lead early. Marvin Harrison Jr. with the touchdown. His 2nd scoring catch of the game. Wow, just perfect execution there, Brock. Nailing the fade for 6.
Yeah, and when it comes to the fade route, it really is all about timing. And as you said, the execution of it. You have to have the matchup first, but then you need to go connect. What a great play.
On his Little for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Raiders push their lead to 3.
Raiders 17. Chargers 14. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Return starts at the 3. Finds some space. He's past the 30. All right, some good work on that run back, Brock. He gets this to the 33. The Chargers offense getting set to take over. And they sure looks clean throwing that football the last drive, didn't they? And that's something we've seen from them early in games throughout this season, Brock.
Sure has been part of their game plan. Get that passing game going early, pick up some mo while both teams get established. Most weeks, well, we've seen it pay some pretty good dividends for them, too.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage, he gets to that edge.
On him quick, and they bring it down. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
A loss of 6 yards. It's 2nd down.
Herbert now. Finds him over the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. Well, these top-tier offenses have brought the firepower so far. Plenty of points in that 1st quarter. It's an early lead for the Raiders. We'll return to Allegiant Stadium right after this. Herbert on 1st down. Short pass brought in. And this one doesn't go far. We have a timeout now. Medical staff out to check on an injured man. And you hate to see this in the final week of the regular season.
Set.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one's complete, right side. He works it down to the edge of the red zone. That play made by Jacob Parrish. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3.
3rd and 3.
Now Herbert again. Complete beyond the marker. And he's able to get this down to the 13. All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the pistol, it's Herbert. Into traffic, complete. And that play is brought to a halt. So they're going to stay at the 5-yard line.
8 yards on the pickup.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short.
At the 5-yard line.
The give now out of the shotgun. They were ready for him. They won that battle on the ground. This is backed up to the 9. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big.
And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers take a second quarter lead. That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers take a 4-point lead.
21. Raiders 17.
The Chargers kicking team out, and they'll send this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And that's going to set them up just beyond their own 20. The Raiders headed back out on offense. Their quarterback returning to the field now. And you want your quarterback to, number one, find ways to score for your offense. You always tell me that, Brock. But also, he's done it more than just through the air for them. That last drive, a notable touchdown for him on the ground for the season. And he's going to be stopped right around the 37. Taking tempo with some hurry-up offense.
A gain of 15 yards.
They go play action on first down. He rolls to his right. Into the hands of Harrison. And he's got this one down to the enemy 35 before they force him out.
It's a gain of 29.
Well, if early results hold here today, partner, it would appear that this guy's in store for a busy game. They've already made it a priority going his way.
They always want to get a guy this talented the ball early, right? Just get him in confidence, get him in rhythm. But this game lines up well against this defense who right now has got no answers for his game.
Second and 3 now.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line.
Trying to throw this from the gun.
Brings up second and 3.
Caught along the left sideline, but he did not get both feet in. That's incomplete. Brings up third down.
Incomplete.
No connection on the last play. Now it's third down.
And 3 yards to go.
Dropping back to throw. Cut out left. And they're turned away on third and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up fourth down. Cam Little now to attempt this field goal. He was good on his first attempt and his second from a little over 45 here.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm. And no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm and start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Return coming from the 6. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. The Chargers start being led back out on offense by Justin Herbert here. And eventually, Brock, one of their drives is going to fail to reach that end zone. But through 3 possessions so far, they have been perfect.
And in order for that to happen, somebody somewhere on this defense has got to rise to the occasion.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Hits him on the in route. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33. Third and a lone yard coming up.
Gain of 11 makes it 3rd and 1.
Handoff now out of the gun. And they're turned away on third and short. Actually might have lost a yard. That's going to bring up fourth down. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. He punted 3 times in the win last week, and this one is away. And the coverage team is there as he fields it, so almost nothing on that return before he stopped. The Raiders ready for their next series, led out on offense by their quarterback. And he's one final strong week away from finishing as the NFL's leader in passing yards for this season. First play is going to be against Genty, and he's able to manage a couple on that run.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
And someone stepped in. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it after his second interception of the season.
I've not yet in my lifetime come across a defender who hasn't told me how great an offensive player they were back in the day. Oh, You should have seen me as a running back or wide receiver. Well, right there, that defender showed some of that background. A brilliant job of getting into the open field and setting his offense up for success.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
Up 2nd and 1 at the 9-yard line.
Herbert gonna tuck and run. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers parlay the interception into points. Justin Herbert with the touchdown. That one right down the middle. And the Chargers grow their lead to 8.
28. Raiders 20.
The Chargers just about ready. There they go, sending it away. Has this at the 6. They're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33. The Raiders are being led back out there on offense by their quarterback. And as it stands, he's in a spot to finish the regular season as the leader among quarterbacks in rushing touchdowns. First down now, ball at the 33. Back to work after throwing the pick. Throw right side, hauled in by Harrison. And this is going to be out of bounds. Defense catches up to him near that 45.
Gain of 12 yards.
Markers are reset. Here we go, ball at the 44.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Working now from the gun. Can't connect on the throw to his running back. That's an incomplete pass. Takes him to 2nd down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And he pushes this down to the 42 before going down.
That's good.
All set now, 1st and 10.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 42.
Throwing off the play fake. Sends this to the end zone. And it is knocked away. Shot to the end zone. Answered there by a strong defensive effort. 2nd down.
Incomplete. It's 2nd down and 10.
He's going to throw it again. And he's going to try another deep one here. And that one's going to be incomplete. A deep look, unsuccessful. That's going to take us to the 2-minute warning. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Ready? 19, Tiger, 19, Tiger.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. It's complete. This is Bowers. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone.
It's a gain of 20.
An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
They've run this 12-yard out route, Kate, at the combine, well, all the way back to last century when I had to throw it. In this throw, this is a big boy throw. This is a differentiator. Can you make that deep out throw on time, on rhythm, and accurately? Well, that was teaching tape right there.
And they make the stop as that play reaches the 14-yard line. Just a yard left to go on 2nd down.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up
Setting him on the dive. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the 1st.
Well, the big guy gets him some positive yardage in close. It's not that the defense didn't expect to run. I just don't think they expected him to be the one running it.
And they take this in for the score. The Raiders earn the chance to tie it before halftime. Raiders leaving the offense out there. They want to add 2 more to that touchdown. All right, they're going to throw for it. And he goes out of bounds. Wow, major miscue there. And they're not going to get 2.
You spend all week on 2-point plays, trying to get you your best options, but ultimately sometimes the execution of that pass doesn't work.
We're down to a 2-point difference as they send the kick away. Fields this one at the 3. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Charger offense making its way to the field. They're getting close to a minute to play, Brock, and they're going to need that time with a long field ahead. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. We've got a screen to the running back. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
Complete to number 22.
Well, this is the type of game we've come to expect from him as a runner, toting the ball, but he's just as adept at turning the screen into the same kind of yardage, too.
Completed over the middle. And this is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. Down inside the 40 now with a 1st down following that last play. Herbert from the gun. Well, his first real mistake, that's intercepted. That's Cole Bishop. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34.
The Raiders take over.
Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Forced out to his right. He's going to keep it this time. And our 1st down only gets about a yard here, and the defender there to force him out. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Trap 50, trap goal 80.
Back to throw. And this one is launched downfield. Had the window to go deep, but just couldn't make it happen. Now it's 3rd down.
Intended for Brock Bowers. Incomplete. Jeremy Chin on the coverage.
To the air on 3rd and long. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. Here's 1st and 10 from the 47.
1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Shotgun give here to Genty. And they'll surrender just a lone yard. That brings up 2nd down. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to get this down inside the 30 before he's driven out. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Pass play coming here. Hits him on the out route. He's going to go out of bounds just short of that red zone. 5 still to go here. This is 2nd down.
At the 22-yard line. It's a gain of 5.
Here's a throw. That's complete to the back, Ashton Genty. And he's going to be hauled down at the 2, and that sets up 1st and goal. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal.
1st and goal at the 2-yard line.
Going power with a big tight end. And he runs it across. Touchdown. The Raiders take the lead just before halftime. Now the Raiders getting set for another 2-point conversion try.
The Raiders will line up for the 2-point.
They're going to throw out of the gun. And the pass is caught. Tap 2 more onto the score. Notice the first time they tried it, but this time, Brock, the 2-point conversion is successful.
Just felt like they were waiting for the right opportunity to try it once again. Not only to make up for the first attempt, but establish a little confidence from this spot. And who knows? Maybe we'll have a 2-pointer that plays a bigger role when this thing's all said and done.
They've got 1st and 10, Brock, but time for maybe 2 plays at most if they even want to try anything. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. Got him a good handful there as it brings up 2nd down. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Well, I hope everybody was lightning quick, ready to grab a refill or a bite to eat, because no halftime report this week. Everyone's set to get the 3rd quarter underway. The first half controlled by the offenses, Brock. Let's see if the defenses can take over in the 2nd half. We're underway. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Here come the Chargers for their first drive of the 2nd half. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Herbert has him on the quick hitter. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain. This is 2nd and 6 coming up.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 30-yard
Working
line.
from the gun here, it's Herbert. Throw left side, complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down.
And the Chargers.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
A gain of 13 yards. And the Chargers first down.
To throw, Herbert. Short pass brought in. And this one's only going to pick up a couple before he heads out of bounds. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
26-yard line.
Now Herbert again.
It's 2nd and 8.
Splits a couple of defenders and completes it.
A gain of
And he
12
doesn't get the
yards.
chance to add on to that play, but this still has him across the midfield stripe all the way down to the opposing 42.
1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
There's a dive up the middle. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we can call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run. Pretty sound stop there defensively.
Finds him on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down at about the 29. Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
That's another Chargers first down.
He's got it on the bootleg. Caught by his back. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it.
Complete to number
Kate, I don't know
22.
why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason. And one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion.
Throwing into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. And the Raiders get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. So now a timeout for a player who's shaken up on that previous snap, and I think we can all agree on what any of us were hoping to see as we close out this regular season. Let's see how they attack this 1st down, partner, from the 45. Genty from the gun. And he'll be stopped after just about a yard. 2nd and 9 coming up.
The only thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Pass play now. Going left side, Bowers has it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
First down.
Come on, set.
1st and 10 at the
60 Bison,
34-yard
60
line.
Bison. Go.
And off to Genty. Keeps himself upright. And he carries it in for the touchdown. The Raiders push their lead further to start the half.
Kate, that's just simply the difference-making edge that these elite running backs bring to you. A lot of backs can get you 10 yards, 20 yards. But the elite backs, they can take it to the house.
And that pass is complete for 2, and their lead grows further. That's the 3rd time they've gone for 2, and now their 2nd conversion. So they've done pretty well in that spot today, partner.
Oh, come on, Kate. You know better than that. Even though they're 2 for 3, you know what every old salty coach is going to say.
You should have gotten all 3 of them.
Bingo! Any team that's willing to go for it expects to find success every single time.
At their own 27-yard line.
Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They are coming off their 1st interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. Herbert on 1st down. Completed to his running back. And he's going to be out of bounds after looks like about a yard there. 2nd down coming up.
Out of bounds at the 28-yard line. 10-yard gain. Brings up 2nd
Shotgun
and 9.
snap to Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. No connection on the last play, and now it's 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Travis Hunter, the intended receiver. So that brings up 4th and long. They're out now, ready to punt it. And he'll try to hit this one well. Fair catch signaled for and made at the 32-yard line.
The Raiders take
The
over
Raiders
first
and running
and
back
10
Ashton Genty
at
headed
their
back
own
out there.
33-yard line.
And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones, continuing to hit this defense. More good numbers well into this second half.
Ready, set.
First down now, ball at the 33.
Ready.
Airing it out to start this drive. Trying for the deep ball. And the downfield call is going to go unanswered. Defender saw to that. That incompletion means it's second down.
Harrison Jr. incomplete.
He'll look to throw. Complete over the middle. He's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stops. And he has stayed productive throughout this game. He's up to the 300-yard mark after that last completion. Really has been a solid showing for him finding his targets. Third down from the gun. This has been a trend. Yet another interception. And he takes this one back and in for the Los Angeles pick six. Setting up to try the point after. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Chargers chop the lead in half. It's down to 7.
Chargers 35.
Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick six. Return coming from the 6. And this drive will start inside the 25.
Take over first and
The
10.
Raiders and Marvin Harrison Jr. set for this next possession. And he has kept his pace up in the second half. His quarterback more than happy to keep throwing it his way, considering what he's been able to do with his looks all game. The Las Vegas offense is set. First and 10.
Come on. Ready.
Giving this to Genty. Get some space around midfield. And the stop is made as he drives this to the opposing 43. It's a pickup of 33 yards. And the Raiders are going to have a first down.
First and 10.
Back to Genty. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Ready.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Back to throw. Oh, they tried the lateral. It's a live ball. And the Chargers think they have it, and they do. This one intended for the running back. First down from the 42. They're going to throw now, following the turnover. Finds him over the middle. And he'll get this down to the 33-yard line. Nice spot here for the offense. It's second and 1.
Second and a yard at the 33-yard line.
Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
And the Chargers first down. A gain of
These
7.
aren't the plays that will lead highlight reels, but they're the ones that win you ball games. What a nice gain by the back. And now his offense can go in any number of directions on first and 10.
Going to the ground again on first. This is ahead for about 5. Tackle made by Cole Bishop.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
Set. 380.
Throwing now, Herbert. Connects on the crosser. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers can tie it up after hitting Paydirt in the 3rd. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. And the kick is good. And we're going to have some extra yardage added to the kickoff on the roughing call. A costly unforced error, and they get flagged for roughing the kicker. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
35-yard line.
The Raiders and running back Ashton Genty headed back out there. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10.
Ready.
Straight ahead with Genty. And the drive starts out small, just 1 yard on that play.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on 1st down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's going to get this to the opposing 41. And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
Let's go
That's
now.
good for a Las Vegas first down.
They're going to try and throw it here. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
The positive of that effort, he didn't go backwards, didn't have a negative play. If there was a negative, you didn't get a whole lot done with your legs. Got to be more efficient now on 2nd down.
Throwing it on 2nd down. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
Forced to the ground.
Last pass unsuccessful, and they have 3rd down
Brings
here.
up 3rd down and 6 yards.
Third and long. They're going to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
It's a gain of
He'll
8.
come up on 1st and 10.
And the Raider first down.
Dive play straight ahead. They're able to haul him down, and that's going to wrap up this 3rd quarter. Only 1 quarter remaining now in these teams' regular season. It's been a thrilling game, an absolute barn burner that is shockingly still tied as we get set for the 4th. To the line and set. Here we go, 1st down. This is Genty. And they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal here from the 7.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the game they did.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he will haul it in for the Vegas touchdown. The Raiders take a 4th quarter lead. On his Little for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Raiders break that tie and now lead by 7.
Chargers 42. Cam Little to kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Fielded at the 7. Making some progress here. Nice effort here. They're going to tackle him just shy of the 35. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Still time to go, Brock, but that touchdown has them down now 7. They've got to find the end zone here. Completed over the middle. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down.
2nd and 8 at the 36-yard line.
Herbert from the gun. That one's complete over the middle. They'll stop him here, but not before he gets out to the 47-yard line. So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10.
1st down, Chargers.
Here's Herbert. Oh, no, they get him yet again. Cooper to Gene in to pick it up. And the Raiders take possession as he makes his 4th interception of our season.
Well, I'll admit, man, I got to admire the guts, the willingness to continue to challenge the coverage, even with 2 interceptions already. But there's his 3rd strike. And no, it's not baseball, but he definitely has to be smarter with what he's doing with the football.
And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Genty, the ball carrier. He's tackled at the 34-yard line.
Got it. Ready.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
2nd and 7.
Looking in the air here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. We have a timeout now for somebody shaken up on the previous play, and as they work on him, his teammates hoping this doesn't keep him out of the postseason. Hits him on the out route. And he's brought down after pushing to that 35-yard line.
Complete to
Awareness. You've got to be aware. Play caller, quarterback, receiver have to be aware of where the sticks are. They're just not enough, not deep enough to extend the drive and move the chains.
We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Chargers who's pretty shaken up and being tended to.
Kick off.
All set for the kickoff. Little with the honors. Returning it from the 4. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Out comes the offense now for the Chargers. And you know that interception is in the back of their minds as they head back out there now. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. Catch made left side by McConkey. And this is brought to a stop up at, let's say, the 34-yard line there.
It's a gain of 11.
Herbert going to tuck and run. And they aren't going to like this. They went to the zone read and it winds up losing them 3 yards.
Carson Swessinger on the tackle.
Working from the gun here. It's Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Goes to the hurry up here.
Brings up third.
On 3rd down, Herbert finds the in route complete. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Offense to the line fast.
A gain of 3. It's 4th down.
Here he goes. Got to have this on 4th down. Oh, put some heat on this, and they pick him off again. Picked off by Jacob Parrish. And the Raiders will take over as he records his first interception of our season. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10.
65.
They give up the guts. It's Genty. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. 1st and 10 from the 43.
14 yards. And a Raider 1st down.
Now give here to Genty. And he gets a few on the plunge forward. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6.
It's now 2nd and 6.
Chuck working from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
And 6 yards to go.
Well, tight end gets it again. They are landing on it big time in this one. And he's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one.
1st and 10.
And this could be an issue the rest of the way with no way to stop this clock. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10.
Here we go, set.
Coming left is Genty. And he's going to work this back towards the middle for a gain of 4. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
36-yard line. 4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
On the ground with Genty. Wow, he's about as close to the first as you can get, partner. Down to the 31, but didn't get it. It's 3rd down. We're down to the 2-minute warning here in Vegas. Raiders close to a 16th win to end the regular season. 3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Now it's Genty. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
You know, I'm not sure what else could have been done there, Kate. Just the right call defensively to come up with a 3rd and short stop.
And less than a yard.
The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this.
Come on, set. 19, Tiger, 19.
This is Genty. And that's a Raiders 1st down. More than that, Brock, it should seal away the win for him. Well, we've talked about this before, Brock. The thinking's simple but effective. We'll stop getting it to this guy when you find a way to stop him, and they have yet to do that today.
You know, there's just certain things up in this booth that I love. I think you can feel it emanating from me. And one of them is when you impose your will, and you don't back away from it. If they can't stop it, run it right at them.
The Black Hole can take that party over to the Vegas Strip as the Raiders win at home.